Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the latest daytime drama. Today is a beautiful day to unpack some truly shocking twists that nobody saw coming. A devastating secret exposed, a shocking collapse, and a terminal diagnosis that changes everything forever. Hello, I'm Emma Bennett from the B&B Spoilers YouTube channel. I literally cannot believe they did that. I am sitting here typing furiously in the middle of the night because my jaw is still on the floor and I need to vent to people who actually get it. Are you guys seeing this? Because I feel like I am losing my mind over here. We all knew the truth about Hope Logan secretly working for Katie at Logan Designs was going to come out eventually. We knew it. The tension has been building for weeks, but to have it drop like this, and to have it trigger the absolute most heartbreaking, tragic, canvas-altering storyline we have seen in years, I am a complete wreck right now. I've been watching this show since 2015, and I have seen my fair share of dramatic reveals, but this is next level. I am half celebrating the sheer brilliance of the drama and half complaining about the absolute emotional trauma the writers are putting us through. Okay, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. Let's talk about the exact moment Brooke found out. We have been watching Steffi circle this secret like a shark for weeks. Steffi promised Brooke she was suspicious, and Brooke, being Brooke, just had to go digging. And when she finally uncovered the truth that her golden child Hope had defected to the enemy, signed a secret contract with Katie, and was building the competition's debut collection right under their noses, the look on Brooke's face was pure, unadulterated devastation. It wasn't just anger, it was a total shattering of her reality. She fought so hard for Hope at Forrester Creations. She basically begged Ridge to give Hope's line a chance, and to find out Hope was sneaking around with Deke at Logan, it was just too much for her to bear. And then, she collapsed. I mean, we've seen soap faints before. Remember when they tried this with Liam hitting his head a while back? Yeah, didn't work then either. It was just kinda goofy and we all laughed. But this was visceral. Brooke literally crumbling to the ground, losing consciousness because the betrayal was just too heavy for her heart to take. I was screaming at my screen. Ridge panicking, the absolute chaos that erupted in the room. The way the camera panned out as they scrambled to call 911, it felt so incredibly real and terrifying. You could feel the gravity of the situation instantly shifting from a petty corporate fashion feud to a literal life-or-death emergency in the blink of an eye. So they rush her to the hospital. And can we talk about the hospital waiting room scenes? B&B always nails the hospital angst, and they did not hold back here. Everyone is pacing. Ridge is looking like his entire world is ending, which, let's be honest, it absolutely is. Hope arrives, and she is an absolute mess. The guilt radiating off of Hope was palpable through the screen. She knows her secret caused this. She knows she pushed her mother over the edge. I know some people are loving this because they think Hope deserves to face severe consequences for her sneaky behavior, but personally, I just felt sick to my stomach for her. Nobody wants to be the reason their mother ends up in a hospital bed attached to a bunch of beeping monitors. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for the doctor walking out and delivering the news. Terminal cancer. Terminal cancer. I literally gasped out loud and dropped my phone. Am I the only one who feels like this came entirely out of left field, but also makes a terrifying amount of sense for where the story is right now? They just dropped the ultimate bomb on the Logan family. Brooke Logan, the matriarch, the absolute center of the B&B universe for decades, is facing the end. I am tearing up just typing this. How are we supposed to process this? How is Ridge supposed to process this? It instantly gave me flashbacks to Stephanie Forrester's death. Remember that? The bitter rivalry, the eventual peace, the heartbreaking goodbye in Big Bear. It feels like the writers are trying to mirror that iconic era with Brooke now. But it hits different because Brooke is. Brooke. She is the ultimate survivor. She has survived plane crashes, kidnappings, Sheila's absolute insanity, and countless betrayals from the men in her life. To have her taken down by a terminal illness? It feels so cruel, but also so incredibly dramatic. I kind of want to applaud the writers for going there, but I also want to throw my remote at the TV because I am not ready to say goodbye to Catherine Kelly Lang. Okay, back to the point. The scene where Hope goes into Brooke's hospital room. Oh my god. Give Annika Noel all the Emmys right now. Brooke is lying there looking so frail and exhausted, and all she cares about is her family's legacy. She doesn't yell at Hope. She doesn't berate her for going to Katie or lying to her face for weeks. Instead, she makes a dying wish. She looks Hope in the eyes, with tears streaming down her face, and begs her to go back to Forrester Creations. To honor the family, To keep the legacy alive. I'm sorry, but I was bawling my eyes out. It was so manipulative, yet so incredibly beautiful and maternal all at the same time. Brooke knows exactly what she is doing. She is using her literal last days on Earth to fix the rift in her family. And what is Hope supposed to do? Say no to her dying mother? Of course not. Hope is heartbroken, completely shattered, and she makes the only choice she can. She decides to fulfill Brooke's wish. She is leaving Logan Designs and going back to Forrester Creations. But can we talk about what this means? Hope was just finding her independence. She was finally stepping out from under Steffi's thumb. She had Deke by her side, she had Katie and Bill backing her with millions of dollars, and she was going to be a massive success on her own terms. Now, she has to give all of that up, swallow her pride, and walk right back into the lion's den at FC. I mean, think about the massive fallout at Logan. Katie is going to be absolutely devastated. Katie and Bill were banking on Hope to be the face of their new fashion empire. Katie was already feeling abandoned by Eric Forrester when he jumped ship back to Ridge, and now she is losing Hope too? And under these incredibly tragic circumstances, the guilt Katie must be feeling right now has to be astronomical. She lured Hope away, she fueled this bitter feud with Brooke, and now her sister is dying. The Logan sisters are going to be forced to put their petty corporate war aside, but the damage is already done. How do you come back from this? And what about Steffi? I know I am going off on a tangent here, but we absolutely have to talk about Steffi. Steffi has been relentless. She has been pushing Hope, marginalizing her line, demanding answers, and promising Brooke she would expose the secret. Now that the secret is out, and it literally caused Brooke to collapse with terminal cancer, how is Steffi going to react? Is she going to feel guilty? Steffi and Brooke have had a legendary rivalry, but Steffi isn't heartless. She loves her dad, and she knows losing Brooke will completely destroy Ridge. I predict we are going to see a massive shift in Steffi's attitude toward Hope. She kinda has to welcome her back to FC with open arms now, right? She can't keep fighting a grieving daughter. Wait, what happens to Deke in all of this? Hope recruited her brother to design for her at Logan. If Hope leaves and goes back to Forrester, is she taking Deke with her? Steffi absolutely despises Deacon and anyone associated with him, especially right now with Taylor and Deacon's affair blowing up and Sheila creeping around. Having Deke at Forrester Creations is going to be a massive pill for Steffi to swallow. But if it's Brooke's dying wish to have Hope back, Hope is going to demand that her team comes with her. The corporate dynamics are going to be an absolute mess, and I am honestly here for it. Give me all the messy boardroom drama. I can't stop thinking about Ridge. His Logan is slipping away. After everything they have been through, all the times they have torn each other apart and found their way back to each other, this is the final hurdle. The scenes between them in that hospital room are going to be legendary. Ridge is going to move heaven and earth to find a cure. He's going to fly in specialists from all over the world. Because let's be real, this is a soap opera. Is it really terminal? I know they said it's late stage, but I am holding out hope for a miracle. They cannot kill off Brooke Logan. They just can't. Or maybe they will, and this is the end of an era. I am dreading it, but I literally cannot look away. Ultimately, Hope's return to Forrester Creations under these tragic circumstances is going to change the entire fabric of the show. She isn't returning as the defeated employee who couldn't make it on her own. She is returning as a grieving daughter fulfilling a sacred vow. It gives her a completely different kind of power. Steffi won't be able to bully her, Ridge will treat her like glass, and Hope will pour every ounce of her pain into her new line. It's going to be a spectacular, emotional, heart-wrenching journey. I just hope my heart can take it. We are in for a wild, tear-soaked ride, you guys. Keep your tissues close. Let's dive deeper into Hope's psychology right now because I think this is fascinating. Hope has spent her entire life trying to be the good girl, trying to please everyone, and trying to balance the insane demands of the Forrester and Logan families. Her defection to Logan was her ultimate act of rebellion. It was her saying, I am enough on my own, and now the universe has cruelly snatched that victory away from her. The psychological toll this is going to take on Hope is going to be massive. She will always wonder what if. What if she had stayed at Logan? What if she hadn't kept the secret? The guilt is going to eat her alive, and we might see a completely different, darker, more hardened version of Hope emerge from this tragedy. I am so ready to see Annika Noel absolutely crush this material. She is going to bring so much depth to this grief. And let's not forget Katie. Katie has always lived in Brooke's shadow. She confessed that herself. She wanted Logan Designs to be her moment in the sun, her chance to prove she is a powerhouse. And now, Her success is forever tainted by the fact that the stress of this rivalry might have contributed to Brooke's collapse. Katie is going to be drowning in remorse. Will she even want to continue with Logan Designs? Or will she fold the company out of respect for Brooke? The dynamic between the Logan sisters is going to be irreparably changed. Donna's going to be the glue trying to hold them together. But how do you fix a family that is breaking apart at the seams while their matriarch is dying? It's just so tragic. And just to add another layer of insane drama, we have Sheila back in town. While the Forresters and Logans are distracted by Brooke's terminal illness, Sheila is going to be wreaking havoc. The timing is almost too perfect. With everyone's guard down and their focus on the hospital, Sheila has the perfect opportunity to strike against Taylor and Deacon. The tension is just unbearable. How are the writers balancing all of this? It is a masterclass in soap opera storytelling, and I am eating up every single second of it. I'm seriously going to need a few days to process all of this. The sheer emotional weight of Brooke's diagnosis on top of the already explosive Forrester-Logan war is just staggering. Every single character is going to be impacted by this. The ripple effects will touch Carter, Sunday, Will, RJ, everyone. The petty squabbles over fashion lines and stolen designs suddenly mean absolutely nothing when faced with the reality of losing Brooke. It's brilliant writing, it really is, but it hurts so much. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we get so invested? Because when B&B delivers, they deliver. And this storyline is going to go down in history. The drama of Brooke's collapse and terminal diagnosis is absolutely off the charts. Thank you all for watching and venting with me. I'm Emma Bennett, wishing you a wonderful day.